Welcome everyone to another episode of ForceForward, highlighting what business looks like tomorrow. I'm so thrilled to be with Meghan Asha, the founder of FounderMade. Meghan, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You've developed such a special niche in the brand universe. FounderMade is this brand discovery platform. You've got the conference, the consumer discovery show that attracts thousands of CPG insiders. Tell us a little bit more about FounderMade and its mission and how it really stands out in the space.
Well, our whole mission is to number one, discover the best consumer brands and brand innovations, and number two, help them build. And we define build as driving commerce, whether it's through connections at our events, through M&A acquisitions or retail distribution, or it's through, we have a wholesale marketplace where we have retailers do purchase orders off of our site. My whole dream when I started this was literally, we discover the next big acquisition. I wanted to help these entrepreneurs get to the level and get the education and the distribution and the connections to get to what their dream business would be. And so that's kind of the whole mission of the business. And the mission of my personal mission is to help others build.
Well, you've certainly been very successful at it. And now we're in a totally different reality than we were about a month ago. So let's talk a little bit about bringing product discovery virtual. So let's rewind a little bit to maybe early March. What were some of your initial thoughts, reactions to COVID-19, and really how this might shape and affect your business?
It's a great question. Our main, business is trade shows, is events, trade shows, product discovery shows. We've been in the business for about 3.5 years. And so when this hit, and we have all these incredible advisors and people that have been in, the trade show industry that have, run like $500 million companies. And so they all came to me, and we have a great advisor. She comes to me when Expo West was closed, or when at the beginning of March. And we had a few team members going out to Expo West, and I was like, there's no way they're going to close a 5,000 exhibitor show with 100,000 people. Like this can't happen. And she was with the executive team, and she said, when Unilever was pulling out, and Amazon and their reg list, like it became a liability for them to execute on the show. And at the end of the day, you want everybody, whatever business you're building, you want everybody to be safe. Number one, safe and healthy. First, she says, just push it to April. This is all going to clear up. I started like joining all these leadership groups and listening in, and they didn't have the answer. For me at that time, it was interesting because I'm really good at executing, but executing where there's ambiguity is a hard thing, right? And at the end of the day, you just want to be of your word. You want to deliver on your promise when you're building a business. And I think the interesting opportunity for entrepreneurs everywhere, frankly, is operate your business like this is what your reality is. And so if that's the case, where for the next 18 months, you're not allowed to see each other in person and you're working from home remotely, what does that business look like? And how do you continue to build a business and continue to do your mission? Because you have a buyer and a seller, you have a customer base. It's just the shift has to change. And so for us, what we decided to launch, through this was basically doing a virtual trade show, virtual discovery at home. You get to discover the best brands in consumer. We send you a box at the top, 10 to 20 product companies. So really cool food and beauty and wellness products. And then you get to actually learn, about the products one-on-one, the exhibitors, and there's a whole, showcase of content and learnings, workshops. It's been really interesting to watch the virtual world kind of transform. This is what the human spirit is all about. And we are resilient creatures, and we're gonna get through this. But it is a shift. Can't go back to the way we did business, in early March and February. It's a totally different world and a different mindset post this.
How should these brands be really adapting to this new virtual reality?
The best brands tell their story, right? So, and right now, digital is everything. I think building a really strong business online is the way that you get through this. In order, I think, for us to, and this is for everybody, diversify your revenue stream and figure out how you can go digital and pivot to digital as quickly as you possibly can.
As a leader of a company, and you have offices down in Soho and Manhattan, tell me a little bit about your leadership style and how you are leading during crisis.
It's so interesting. You feel like sometimes you need to almost like step up and be ultra optimistic and just push through. But I don't think you become a trusted or a good leader without showing that you're human. We've all been shocked with this, with the economy, with everything. But like, I think that we have to process that and be okay with processing that. And then you can, and know that it's okay to just be gentle with yourself while you're trying to lead. And then lead and be okay with it not being perfect. My team knows, like, I'm definitely not perfect, and I'm definitely just trying my best, just like I know that everybody on my team is. And we got to find a way to find joy in the day, and joy in what we can make out of this right now.
Tell me a little bit about how you anticipate the future of conferences will even look like. I mean, do you foresee yourself having another consumer discovery show in Santa Monica in the next, year or so? And what will that look like for brands?
I still believe that in-person events are going to, we're going to come back and we're going to want this more than ever. But I also know that there will be a segment of the population that will want to discover at home. And so I think for right now, I think this, this opportunity, and the best part about doing this opportunity is we can verticalize this very specific food, beauty, wellness, different types of the segments that we're offering, and really hit those constituents that, the brands want to meet. Brands still want to have the retailer one-on-ones. They want to connect with all of the key influencers in media. And so we can make that so efficient with delivering them a box. They get the lead list, talk to the retailers directly and have time with them, and be more intimate, more intimate than having, a couple thousand person show.
How do you think that brands will be built differently post-COVID? I mean, what are some of those key differentiators?
The new products will definitely be more digital first. I think that I think retailers will come to them versus them having to go into retail right off the bat. We're seeing that with a lot of the brands that we're working with, which is like they were really strong brands online, and then retailers, and they were able to have much better terms. It was just a better strategy for them. And so I think that's one thing. And then again, we had a lot of these products that were going into wellness, CBD, all of these. There's still going to be a wave of that, because look, our health right now is the most important thing. These are these like little luxuries that you can have while we're all, facing this this unprecedented time.
Tell me what's ahead for FounderMade and what really excites you down the road.
I mean, I'm really excited by the community that we're building. I think that community first and support first. And my whole dream when I built this business, and again, it wasn't supposed to be a business, it was a dinner series. I was working in venture capital. Then it turned into, I started as dinners, just doing it on the side. Then I did a soft like Shark Tank for wellness and all these different things. And it turned into a conference, then it turned into a trade show. But I think building this community of entrepreneurs and business leaders helping each other through a hard time is the thing I'm most excited about.
And I think the underlying narrative of FounderMade is connectivity. I mean, we're even learning that right now when you're doing virtual events, how brands can get together. I'm curious, how can brands get involved in the Discovery Box? Because this sounds like a great idea.
Amazing curated box. It's opening it up to 10 to 20 brands. And our show will be on June 26th. The virtual show will be Discovery at Home on June 26th. But you can just contact, partnerships at FounderMade. We also are doing, virtual retailer one-on-ones, virtual media one-on-ones, all the things that, we were doing at our shows, we are doing now online.
And we are in the age of discovery and experimenting anyway, so it works out perfectly. I won't take up too much more of your time, Meghan, but I do want to ask you, since you've been in this universe, you've seen brands of all shapes and sizes. What makes a breakthrough brand? What are some of those star qualities that you think just really stand out to you?
It's when you have a mission bigger than yourself. Everybody goes through their highs and lows of building a business. It's not, you don't love it all the time. Like those people that are just doing it because they just love it. That's where it's not just doing it because, oh, I want to make a brand and I want to sell it. Guys, like making a brand and selling it is like the worst reason to build a business.
Well, thank you so much, Meghan. We so appreciate having you on. And we look forward to seeing all the great momentum from FounderMade and keep discovering great brands.